Susan Benghazi Rice gets destroyed after claiming POTUS Trump's America First agenda is making us less safe, by Christina Layla for the GatewayPundit.com. The stench from the Obama administration is still lingering. Lying Susan Rice attacked President Trump's America First agenda this week, and Trump supporters responded accordingly. Susan Rice attacked President Trump's America First agenda in a New York Times op-ed titled, "When America No Longer is a Global Force for Good." In the opening paragraph, Rice claims Trump's national security strategy marks a dramatic departure from his predecessors. President Trump's national security strategy marks a dramatic departure from the plans of his Republican and Democratic predecessors, painting a dark, almost dystopian portrait of an extraordinarily dangerous world characterized by hostile states and lurking threats. There is scant mention of America's unrivaled political, military, technological, and economic strength, or the opportunities to expand prosperity, freedom, and security through principled leadership, the foundation of American foreign policy since World War II. Thanks to Trump letting our military actually do work, ISIS has been reduced to a fraction of what it was under Obama. Obama funded ISIS and tied our military's hands, which made ISIS metastasize. Take many seats, Susan Rice, the former national security advisor, then attacked Trump's nationalistic ideals and claimed Trump believes we live in a world where America wins only at others' expense. There is no common good, no international community, no universal values, only American values. Nothing could be further from the truth. Trump refuses to apologize for America's accomplishments and refuses to bow to foreign leaders, unlike weakling Obama. That makes us a leader, which strengthens the world. When we are weak, evil proliferates. Susan Rice then brought up Russia. Shocker. Russia, as the strategy allows, aggressively opposes NATO, the European Union, Western values, and American global leadership. It brazenly seized Georgian and Ukrainian territory and killed thousands of innocents to save a dictator in Syria. Wow, a dictator in Syria. Russia is our adversary, yet Mr. Trump's strategy stubbornly refuses to acknowledge its most hostile act, directly interfering in the 2016 presidential election to advantage Mr. Trump himself. She's already accused him now. Russia did not interfere in our presidential election to Trump's advantage. This is a blatant lie. Rice then attacks Russia as being a nation which opposes Western values and NATO, but fails to mention Turkey. Turkey should be thrown out of NATO, as they have become increasingly hostile with pro-Islam ISIS leader like Erdogan. Turkey previously shot down Russian jets in what many say was an aggressive attempt to flex military muscle. If Russia retaliates, the United States could be dragged into a war if Article 5 of NATO is invoked, right? Susan Rice then had the nerve to attack Trump for wanting to build a border wall, limit refugees, and lashed out at him for squashing TPP, Trans-Pacific Partnership. Wow, we were in bad shape before. But the nationalists around him succeeded in enshrining Mr. Trump's harsh anti-immigration policies, from the border wall to ending family preferences and limiting refugee admissions. They reprised their pay-in to bilateral over multi-nation trade agreements, really, and trumpeted the abrogation of the Trans-Pacific Partnership. My God, what a mess. Which would help check China's economic and strategic expansionism in Asia. The result is an insular ideological treatment of our complex world, substantially unimpaired by facts and dismissive of United States interests. We are not constitutionally obligated to extend American citizenship to anyone. American citizenship is a privilege, not a right. We have borders for a reason. TPP would have been disastrous for Americans, which is why Trump rightfully struck it down. One of the dangerous elements of the TPP was outlined in a Breitbart article explaining how Sharia law can creep into the United States, being that Brunei, a country which recently adopted Sharia law, can essentially drag us into an international court and sue us if we don't agree to their terms, and if it puts our national security, and even puts our national security at risk. Are you kidding me? Islamic refugees are ravaging and raping every nation they step foot in. Not only are they dangerous, most are uneducated or carry exotic diseases the U.S. has either never seen before or already snuffed out. To argue that refugees somehow enrich our nation is absurd. Susan Rice finished off her piece by complaining about oppressed LGBT people and brought up Trump's anti-Semitic, yeah, okay. The Obama administration will go down as the most anti-American in history. It was full of the most corrupt group of criminals to ever hold public office. Benghazi, Hezbollah drug trafficking, Uranium One, Iran nuclear deal, Obamacare, unmasking, Russia dossier. The list goes on and on. Trump's America First national security strategy is the summation of his abdication of traditional American global, mind you, global leadership. We have relinquished our moral authority, and this will make us less safe. See my piece in the New York Times. Must make us less safe. So in other words, we're supposed to be intimidated by people? Excuse me? Susan Rice got hammered by Trump supporters. Stephen Hayes, the Obama administration actively and eagerly strengthened the leading state sponsor of terror in the world. Maybe sit this one out. Hezbollah, Benghazi, Fast and Furious. Hashtag you should sit this one out, Tootsie. If supporting terror groups like Hezbollah by supporting their drug sales to American citizens is global leadership and moral authority to you, hopefully you can understand why we threw the trash to the curb last election. Pathetic JV leadership under Obama. Your administration hobbled the U.S. Thank goodness we have an administration now that is fixing what's broken here. First, unmasking American citizens made America less safe at Ambassador Rice because it enabled Obama's intel spying on Americans, you think? Leaders of the free world have more respect for us now than the 8 years Obama and people like you. Leaders are taking Trump's lead. The Obama administration was an abject failure. How about that Benghazi video? Hashtag lies. You are Susan Rice. You are a liar and should be in prison. Your world order is to dominate all, no freedom. You are a sick person, and you should be aware that the truth is coming out every day, and your days of freedom are numbered. I can't wait for more truth to be broadcast. Shame on you, Susan Rice. We saw the pieces of Chris Stevens, Sean Smith, Ty Woods, and Glenn Doherty shipped home in body bags to their families, so we don't give a damn about your piece in the New York Times. I know 4 guys in Benghazi that don't feel you and Obama's moral authority made them safe. Why don't you attempt to get a real job and leave running this country to people who love it and choose not to destroy it for globalism? Hashtag make America great. You are a poor example of moral authority. Benghazi, Libya, Syria, Iran deal, Project Cassandra, etc. Obama administration tried to rid this country of everything exceptional. Sunlight can be a cruel disinfectant. History will not be kind. Absolutely. Get a load of her crap that she's spewing. And McMaster's let her off, and he's another. Forget about it. This is disgraceful. They were trying to bring down, in other words, making us less safe. Excuse me? No, we're willing to fight. We're willing to fight for it. What, are you kidding me? In other words, we're supposed to kowtow to everybody else? No, that's not happening. Not in America, not anymore. And Susan Rice and Obama should be put in prison along with McMaster's too. I don't even know why he's still out. You know, he let this witch off. He gave her authority. I mean, it's sickening. It's sickening. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.